Yeah, in case you haven't guessed, just about nobody is going to be leaving this village. All the kids are going to stay here until the end of the game. There's nothing we can do about it because of all the monsters in Hyrule Field. So let's just head over to Barnes' place and see what kind of stuff he has to offer. Well, it does look like he's got another thing in stock. Hey, I've been waiting on you. Take a peek at this. I finished my water bombs. These little fellas are so advanced you can even use them in the water. Oh, they'll come in handy, guaranteed. Want to buy some? Yep, water bombs. However, we can't add different types of bombs to a bag that already has other bombs in it. So, he'll allow us to sell him back some of our bombs if we head over to this place. A very good day to you, sir. Welcome to the incredibly fancy bomb buyback counter. Mercy me, what do we have here? It appears you have some bombs. Allow me to take a moment's peek into that bag. And he'll... well, I don't want to sell my full bag. I'll just sell him the one that only has 14. And of course, he buys them back for a discounted rate, so... yeah, we're not selling you the rest of our bombs. So you can't make a profit by selling back the bombs. However, he does allow you to get money for them, so... I suppose we'll only need 10 of them for now, and I do have plenty of rupees, so... that'll do it for the water bombs. We now have 30 of these, 10 of these. Now the thing is, but in addition to having different types of bombs, you can only hold so many of a certain type. So one bag right now we have holds 30 regular bombs, but will only hold 15 water bombs. So just keep that in mind. I believe the maximum for bomblings is 10. I've never used them, though. And now that we have all of that out of the way, there are only a few things left for us to take care of. Most of which, well, we're going to have to head back up to Zora's domain to get. So what I'm going to do is ride Epona all the way out of Kakariko Village, across Kakariko Gorge, through the Faron Province, over the Great Bridge of Hylia, up through North Hyrule Field. I'll get the bug here, and then we'll continue up into Zora's domain to get the thing I'm looking for. So I will meet you guys in North Hyrule Field. And we've arrived back in North Hyrule Field. Now the main reason I missed this bug is because I rode right past this area here. It should be nearby. And I think I'll get off of Epona just so I can find it a little bit easier. So let's see, where are you, little bug? I think you're over here. There you are, you're on the tree. I can't knock you down without this thing. So let's see if we can bring him down. And that was real quick. The male stag beetle. Now we have both the stag beetles. And since we're already back up here in Zora's domain, we're close enough to it that we might as well be, I think we should pay a visit up there. Much like we did in Wind Waker, at least from what I recall, we should have all of the bomb upgrades we can have before we head into the third dungeon, which is very, very nice. I don't remember actually going into the third dungeon with all of the bomb upgrades before, so this is going to be a real luxury for me. Because you can imagine we're going to be using water bombs pretty frequently in there, considering it is a water-based dungeon, and that's the first kind of new underwater mechanic we have. But first things first, we want to make our way all the way up to the top of Zora's domain. How do we manage to do that? Well, we did open up the way before, back when I did the boat ride. I'm actually glad I got that out of the way, because we can just head straight up here without having to worry about it too much. And again, I'll try to avoid the rupees, because I really don't need the money. See, the rupees that were in the rocks we blew up are still there. Or at least from one of the rocks. I don't know where the other ones went. I suppose if you collect one within the group, the rest of them disappear as well. I never knew that before. And as long as we're here, I might as well show off a treasure chest that isn't anything more than rupees, but there's no reason not to get it. So let's light this lantern. Head over to the opposite side. Or torch, whatever you want to call it. Light it with our lantern. And when we do that, a treasure chest will appear underwater. Alright, I'll satisfy everybody's curiosity, but first, let's get our iron boots on and use our fancy new Zora armor. Now, one thing I didn't mention when we picked this up is that it is weak to fire and ice, so I do not like to use it more often than you have to. Its only purpose is to help you breathe underwater. I don't suggest having it on at any other time. And hey, 50 rupees, that ain't bad. But now that we have water bombs, let's switch those out real quick. I don't want to replace the iron boots, though. Let's head to the bottom here, and you'll notice that the rock that we transported from Death Mountain is still here. So if we find a good place to drop a water bomb that it doesn't roll off, we can actually explode the rock, and we'll be surprised to learn that a Goron was stuck inside it the whole time. What do you have to say, buddy?
I'm finally out. Thanks, brother. I took a nap and found myself swallowed up in lava and somehow very far away from home, but not drowned for some reason. Oh yes, well, let me give you a token of my appreciation, brother. This is all I have on me right now. I hope it will do.
Our third bomb bag. So now we have 60 regular bombs and 3 places to put bombs. What are you doing down here anyway? Are you gonna leave?
Say, where am I anyway, brother? This place is a little cold for a hot spring. But hey, it's nice and cool. I like it. It's a cold spring.
Okay, to each his own. And we can swim around with the Zora armor on. It's actually quite nice, the swimming in this game. I wish you could keep the camera behind you a little bit better, but it is third person, and no third person games really do a good job with the swimming camera angles, in my opinion. And there's nobody up here on the throne, so I suppose we'll just crown ourselves King of the Zoras. Nah, can't do that. And the postman's back here? Oh, now this is made out to Mr. Zora, so I really don't know who ought to receive it. Yeah, there are a couple of cameos by this guy I haven't shown off before. He was in the place we heard the goats into in Ordon Ranch. I don't know how I forgot to show that off. But yeah, I always thought it was interesting he was in there. Can we swim underwater out there? I suppose not, but as long as we're here, might as well take the scenic route down. There's only one thing left for us to do before we head to the Lake Bed Temple, and it is not talk to you. Wait, where did she say she was taking us? Let me ask again. Take us... Oh, hold on. Let me check that one more time. Directly from the throne room. Huh! Let me try this. I have never seen that before. So she takes us all the way up the waterfall? Oh, that is so nice! Did anybody know about that? That is so neat! I never knew you could do that. Oh well, what I like to do is just swim underwater. It's a lot faster than swimming above water, and I guess that's an easy way to get up to the top of Zora's domain, but I suppose that would be the only way unless you went outside in Hyrule Field and came in the way I did. I don't think there's any other way up there now. That is really awesome. I love these games where you can just go through them, and every time you do, you find something new and interesting that you didn't know before. But we've made our way back to Upper Zora's River, and as you can imagine, there is more for us to do now that we've blown up all of the rocks in the way, so we can actually enjoy the amusement here. Hey, welcome! Thanks to you, we're back at business. Well, we can't offer much, but make yourself at home. And of course, if you want a boat ride, just let me know. I'll be happy to rent you one. Well, I suppose that's what we're here for. A very fun minigame, I'd like to add. Breaking pots, because we are Link, and we love doing that. And I could actually use the health. I don't know why I wouldn't bother to pick it up. And there's another heart in there. Okay, let's see what you got, Isa. For a rental fee of 20 rupees, you can get on a boat and a guide. You want one? Sure. You all set? Have a good ride. Now, the objective of this minigame. is to get 25 of the 30 pots by breaking them with bomb arrows. Now this game, for the most part, you should let the boat control itself. Otherwise you run into walls like I just did. But yeah, just make sure you aim your shots properly at those pots. There are 30 possible points for you to get. The red pots are worth 2, the yellow pots are worth 1. Total of 30. You want to get as many as you can, and as soon as you get your first point, you can only afford to hit 5 walls if you get all 30 pots. Now this minigame, as fun as it is, it can be relatively difficult. You want to make sure you can see as far ahead of you as possible at any time. I believe as long as you're moving, keeping track of your aim, the boat will correct itself, so you don't have to worry too much about having the boat not go where you want it to as you're aiming. For the most part it will. I believe that's dependent on the flow of the water more than anything. So let's say there is a pot over here I'd like to break. Pot. Don't go this way, Link. Link! You're gonna lose a pot, 2 pots, as well as the one to the left. Great, so now I can only afford to lose 2 points now. I don't like getting through this part either. This part, not hitting a rock here, is not easy. So now I can only afford to lose 2 points, or is it 1 point? Yeah, I can only lose 1 more point now. Maximum of 26. Forgot how difficult this game... I mean, it's fun! I like this game, don't get me wrong. It's just fairly difficult, and if I hit another wall, I can't win. Now I might as well restart. Restarting. Luckily, if you save while you're on the river ride, it lets you start right back up at Upper Zora's River. So, fantastic! Let's try it again. This is the last time I'm going to be commentating, though. If I don't make it this time, I'm just speeding it up and playing music, because I know you guys love it more than that. In fact, speeding up and playing music is probably my favorite part of my own commentary, because let's face it, I don't like my commentary. I can't stand my own voice. Can't stand how stupid I sound when I'm doing this. But apparently you guys do, so I do it. I've never really mentioned this before, but really the main reason I started doing this sort of thing was because, well, when I first looked at videos of games online, I liked having no commentary over them because, let's face it, the games that I enjoy have a lot of good music, a lot of good sound effects, and I don't want to hear some raspy teenager spoil it with their voice. So really the main reason I enjoy, Let's Plays now, is just because with commentary you can add your own character to it, your own personality, your own identity, that the game can't exactly do. But, if you've never played a game before, let's go to the left path this time. You want to hear it without the commentary. You want to hear just everything the game has to offer. Turn around, Link. You want to hear all the sound effects, all the music, I don't like having voices spoil a game for me. It spoils the experience. So if you've never played a game yourself, I suggest you either play it yourself or listen to a video that doesn't have any commentary over it, because quite honestly, that's how you get the most out of a game. If you hear everything it has to offer, rather than... I'd like to compare it to what Nintendo Capri Sun says he would say if somebody comes up to him and says that, a Let's Play is not your own property, that it is property of somebody else. And his argument is, you wouldn't talk over a movie at a rental store and then give them back the movie with your commentary over it, because you're devaluing the movie itself when you do that. And it's similar to what you're doing in a Let's Play. You're kind of devaluing the video game itself because you're talking over it and you're not giving the viewer the full experience of the game. I don't know where I'm going with this, but mainly the reason I started watching these videos is because I wanted to see the games themselves and not hear some idiot talk over them. I am going to really cut it close here if I don't get a move on. There are a lot of pots at the end here. I think this is a total of 6 points, so as long as I don't get thrown to that wall there, I should have enough chance to get 26. As long as I get the red pot. There we go. So I don't get to speed it up and play music? That's my favorite part. Oh well, as long as I don't have to put up another boat crash counter, I don't care. I also don't know if you can hit the wall here or if that detracts from your points if you do. But we're back down here at Lake Hylia, so we're ready to go straight to the next dungeon from here. That's convenient. Thanks for your patronage. On this trip downriver, you scored 26 points destroying targets. Congratulations! As the first customer to score at least 25 points, you receive this prize. We get giant bomb bags. Now, all 3 of our bomb bags have twice the capacity they did before. So we go from a total of 90 possible bombs to 180. That is just unbelievable. So we can hold 60 regular bombs in each bag, 30 water bombs, and I believe 20 bombings. But again, I've never really played around with bombings, so I don't know. Maybe it's 15 bombings. Whatever. And we can't do anything with this little bird over here. Hi, little birdie. I pointed you out, so I have to talk to you. Oh, a human, I'm Plum. But I don't need to talk to humans. I don't know how you're able to talk to me anyway. I thought only the wolf was supposed to be able to talk to birds. Whatever. You can see our destination on the map. That little purple dot over there is where we will go to our next dungeon. However, that's going to have to wait until next time. This is UniversalGiant, and we'll head into the Lakebed Temple in the next episode. See you then.